I'm Flare, and today I'm going to show you how to do an Easter arrangement in Oasis in a dish with birch twigs. It's going to be long and low display, suitable to put on a table or a mantelpiece with a chocolate surprise. Somewhere where you can see quite nicely.
Let's try it. I'm going to put mine on the side.
We've each got everything that I'm going to demonstrate to you. We've got a setup for those of you who haven't been here before in the back. I just raise it on a platform so I can turn it around to show you different angles of the arrangement. So we've got a nice clear perspex shallow dish, which we're going to place, technical word for this, a frog.
Oh.
And
I thought you were asking.
No, piece of Oasis fix on the bottom, and that just secures the Oasis to the dish. That keeps it in place. I've already pre-soaked my brick of Oasis that we're going to use. We'll have it on the lower level, and did I bring my knife? Thought I brought one, sorry Anna. I'm just going to chamfer the edges so that, thanks, just take those sharp corners away. Like so. And then it's going to overlap here in the corners there. We'll squash it down and then take those edges off as well. Yeah, anyone want a piece? And just shave around. And the same there. Just clear that away. So that's pretty secure, wedged in, it's not going anywhere. The next bit is our lovely flat moss. As you know, I'm a big fan. And we've got the clear dishes so that when we put the moss, it's part of the design to be able to see, but it's also getting water because it's like sitting in a dish of water. As I'm putting the stems into the Oasis, the water will seep through the same way it's overflowed here, and that will wet the moss and keep it fresh. So this is another way that it's just getting wedged, and it's not going to go anywhere because that moss is going to hold the Oasis in place. So do the same on either side. It's lovely stuff. Any big twigs that you don't want, just get rid of. Like so. Okay. Now the next bit, I'm going to use birch twigs. About half for now. 2 pieces, and pierce them into your Oasis a good inch, sweeping down, and there again. And I'll just turn that around, and we'll do the same on the other side. Like so. So they're kind of coming to meet together. That's it. And then to keep them together in place, you've got a roll of bullion on your workstations. There's a pot with your scissors, your wire, and a roll of bullion to share between you with different colours. There's some green, there's some pink, there's silver and gold. So if you haven't got a colour you want, just go around and swap over. Just twisting, catching those in place, and just twist it tightly around there to hold. And then the same again on the other side. Like so. And this is like a caged frame for the next part, with the foliages going into the Oasis. Twist again tightly on the top. Okay, then we've got some lovely trailing ivy. I'm taking 2 lengths of this, and then about the same length as your birch twigs, cut on the slant and into the oasis, and kind of twist it around the birch, interweaving it so that it looks like it's naturally grown up that branch. And same again on the other side, twisting around and in between and through. And another piece of bullion to catch that in place. Okay, and we'll do exactly the same on the other side. Again with the bullion, like so. Okay, so that's the full length extension of our arrangement. With the rest of the ivy, we're just going to start to cover the oasis top part. So anywhere you want. Those nice big leaves, just covering over. Like so. Got more ivy here. We'll use off, oh, there's a bit there as well. Take away any damaged leaves, just tidy it up a little, and it can go into groups there. Okay. Take that raw end off. So we're starting to get good coverage on the oasis. We can also, with our wires, pin the leaves down. So to cover that, we could actually, you know, with the hairpin idea on your wire, just place that in there and it holds it over that. I'm going to do the same on this side. Do we know the name of this?
Eucalyptus.
Yes, lovely eucalyptus. I love the colour, I love the silver tone on this. It's quite a nice change from the ivy. I love the textures of foliages. This year the trends for the pentan colour is green actually. So this, to just have a foliage arrangement, is very trendy this year. But we are going to indulge in some flowers for Easter. But just the foliages themselves, I think you all know I'm a big fan. We'll have some long ones through there as well. Okay. So we're not quite all covered yet, but that's fine because that's to come. But we've got the basic idea of the long and low design that we're creating today. In that, I haven't got any ranunculus, sorry. We're going to have a mix of tulips because it's spring and it's Easter and kind of associate the two together. Cut on the slant take away the lower leaf and come into where you first came into with your birch, just slightly higher than the birch twist stems. On one side, then the other side, a slightly different length on the slant, taking away there. Same on the other side. You can see over there on the shorter opposite. If you want to, you can leave them to naturally flow, or you can get another piece of silver board, your coloured bullion, and just about an inch above, I'll do it this side so you can see, above where the head is, take your bullion, twist it over and just catch it down so it flows down, so it's sweeping towards the bottom there. You can do the same, or I'm going to leave that one. I'm just going to do my two longer ones. This is all kind of an idea for you to go and create and make your design yourself. This is just a guideline really for what you're doing. So either side we've got two tulips. Then we've got some mixed coloured ranunculus, which are like, to me, a spring peony. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? Frilly, dainty flowers. And we're just stepping it in a level in towards the middle of the arrangement. A smaller head, I think, on the other side. Stepping up and above. Oh, that's all right. We'll use you there. We won't waste. So we've got 5 of these. So because I've got 2 strong colours there, to make the mix of contrast on the colours, I'm going to move this one over to there. We'll have the white one next to our lilac tulips. Just take away any of the foliage, because it doesn't last terribly well, but the flowers do. And we've got the white one, which we'll leave nice and long. Take away the greenery, and there we go. Okay. I've got one more tulip, which is kind of waiting there till I'm ready. Then we've got, does anybody know what this is called? You'll really impress me if you do. No? Okay.
We've never seen it before. It's like little pea pods.
It's like little pea pods. It's Genesta. So it's the berry Genesta. You probably recognise it from the broom family, with a little flower. Commonly one is the yellow. And this just looks lovely, just sweeping over the design. I'm happy to have this high, because even if you're sitting on a dinner table, you can still see through this. It's not blocking anybody's view if you were having it sort of even, for instance, like so. That's not going to cause any block in the view. So I've just randomly thrown that in. Got another little bit here. And this is actually called green China berry, if you want to look it up. Okay. So that's adding like a bit of a 3-dimension in a very natural way. Then we've got, do you know what they are? Yeah, they're a spray rose, and this variety is like a tea rose, where it's like a dog rose in the centre, and this variety is called Green Meadow. It's a very pretty one, lovely strong heads, and this is going to go around the focal area, which we're actually going to be making a nice feature for that focal in a minute. I will reveal. Okay, so you could leave the stems long if you wanted to, but because we've got one stem with a nice big spray on, I'm going to divide it all to make it come through the design. So I'm going to have a bit the side looking at me because it's a bit plain on this side, because I've got my nice ranunculus here and then the rest coming in the middle there. Okay, and the last sort of flower I'm using today is, does anybody know what this is called?
Status.
It is from the Status family. Yeah. It's called Limonium, and this is a meal, pink meal. This is a pretty one. It's like a heathery look, but it's a nice spring. Because we didn't get the flower in Genesta because it's kind of finishing at this time of year, we thought we'd have a nice pretty pink filler for our Easter arrangement. So just, you've got a nice stem, you might as well make it work to come right through the design. Have your shorter pieces in the middle and your longer pieces through the design at the longer lengths, like so. Interweave as well, twist things around, do what you want to do to create your arrangement. Okay, so we've got nice mix with the flowers there. Okay, then we've still got some greenery which we can fill in later on, but we're going to make our little crowning glory for here, our little bird's nest. So what we've got, we've saved some of the birch. You've each got about 9 pieces, so when we've made the nest I'll show you what you can do with your other pieces later on, but just kind of keep the 2 stronger tips together, and then the younger is more pliable, and as you can see with the warmth of my hand and a bit of coaxing, it's quite nicely coming to a bit of a nice round shape. And then get it together like so. Keep it together with your finger and thumb. Get another length of bullion to hold it into place. Wrap your bullion around tightly to hold it. And then you can do the same on the other side. So just taking it around to catch it in place. Okay. We've got some natural sisal. The bed for the eggs. A bit more bullion to hold this onto your frame. Okay, and then just kind of pretend it's random knitting almost, where you push your wire through the sisal and catch it into the frame, like so. Then cut your tough stems there. Encourage those to stand down and anchor that nest in. If you want to hold it even more in place, we can use some stub wires to just keep it that side there. Just finish it. Get that there. Like that. Then we've got some large ivy leaves. Now with these I'm going to roll them so we keep the bottom two edges fold inwardly. Get yourself some bullion. Come through the back of the leaf, holding the cup into place, and where it overlaps, pull through, and that's creating a little cup. Okay, we're going to do that a couple of times. Do you want to see again?
Yes.
Watch carefully. One more time. Right, ivy leaf, two ends, so your stem's facing down, roll together so they're overlapping. Your bullion in the back of the ivy leaf and through the two at the front. Ooh, not wanting to go. Come on. It's not playing very nicely for me, is it? There we are, that's better. Okay, it's alright, we're here to help. So, we've got a couple of those. Now, they're going into my nest. But we've got a couple of nice little speckled eggs here. So we need to actually anchor these onto a stub wire. So fold your stub wire, your hairpin, against the egg itself and wrap tightly round the stem in the egg, and then pick your cupped leaf through the base, which is still open slightly, and that's just ready and waiting for us to place the egg in the nest in a cupped leaf. It's quite pretty. It's dead easy, isn't it? So I'll show you again. Your egg, and then tightly round through the hole at the bottom of the leaf, and there. This is a lovely idea to be able to make a buttonhole, because you'd actually put a little flower head in there if you were going to a wedding, and pop that in there. Okay, and for a bit of fun we've got the chocolate surprise which I sent off on eBay, and I expected the foil to be a little bit bigger. So we've got 2 foils each, and you don't have to wrap your cream eggs, but I just thought that the colour of the copper would go better with the nice pastel coloured shades of flowers that we've got. So overlap your 2 squares. This was the best. I've been playing with this today. Just wrap it as tightly as you can around the egg. Squeeze it in there, like so. So you can either go with the colour of the Cadbury's covering, or you can go with the colour of this here, and then with your kebab stick. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed making the arrangement with me today. A couple of things to bear in mind when you take it home to make it last as long as possible is that you need to water that oasis in the dish. So take the whole arrangement to your sink, give it a good watering with a watering can and a water spray. Wipe underneath the dish so that it's not going to make any marks on your good table, and take away any faded flowers along the way, because the greenery, the moss and the birch twigs will all last quite a long time. So you could refresh your flowers to make it last even longer for you. I hope you've enjoyed making this today, and I hope to see you soon at my next